So today is super exciting. We're about to head off to our private island. Ooh. So we've booked 2 nights on this island. We're not sure how it's gonna go. It looks pretty basic, but if you're getting a private island, I don't think you're going for the amenities. You're going for the surroundings, right?
Pretty basic. There's no electricity, there's no running water. One of these old-fashioned Norwegian cabins on an island that's not really connected to the mainland, so you actually have to row on a boat to get to it. Except for 2 times in the day where the tide is low and you can sort of walk across. We haven't really seen what it's like. We're hoping for the best, and it seems that Nancy keeps putting me in a situation where I have to go on a boat. Like it's a sort of immersion therapy.
Yeah, exposure.
Yeah, I don't want that. Who asked you to do that? I don't want to overcome my fear of boats. I'm happy being afraid of boats.
You wanted to come to Norway. You love it. It's worth it.
Far windier than I was hoping for, so I'm a little scared of boating in this weather.
Look at the little lambs! How perfect! So, our cabin is just behind me, and we need to somehow get across this water. With the snowboard bags was tricky, and now the tide has gone out so quickly that the boat is on the rocks already and we can't take it over to the little island. But on the flip side, it means we can just walk over the path to the island.
So this is a little cabin for the next 2 days. We have a gas stove, fireplace, and I believe that's about it. This is our toilet, which is effectively a bucket with a seat on it. So I'm not dying to use this one, unless I absolutely have to.
How good is this? Just sitting in the sunset on our own private island.
It's cold here too, actually. Playing it cold over freeze.
It's lovely in the sun.
So it's been a long day, Nancy's asleep, and while this place lacks some of the creature comforts we may be used to, like electricity and indoor plumbing, there's something special about being able to read by candlelight. And while we failed to get the boat out today, I reckon we're gonna wake up early tomorrow around 6 a.m. when the tides are low, cross over to the main island and give it another shot. But till then, I think it's time to get a solid night's sleep because it's nearly midnight. So good night.
Morning. So we just woke up a little late. We have less than an hour to get across on foot before the tide gets too high for us to cross. There were some sheep that actually crossed over from the main island during the low tide, which started around 3 a.m. So now we're gonna have our coffee, have a pee out in the wild, and cross over and try to get the boat going.
Can you pull me?
Yes.
Can you take the rope here? Ah, hello.
Hi, sorry, what?
Ja,
Are you speaking English?
nou, it is, is this fine?
We were renting the Airbnb.
Yeah, this is fine.
I'm very sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Fine.
We're very sorry. We thought it was this one here because she told us about the loop. So
Yeah,
we
We're so sorry. Sorry.
Well, that was awkward. I don't know if we actually caught any of it on camera, but it turns out the boat we're using, and of which excellent drone shots you will have seen by now, if I may say so myself, it belonged to the lady that lives in the island after hours. So we were using their own boat, and she was not happy to find us messing with her boat.
Yeah.
Turns out the
That's
boat.
rude.
Sorry, was it?
In the 3 words of English that she spoke, she was like,
This is fine. I feel terrible for using her boat. I mean, we had no idea. We came, we saw a boat. We said, yeah, seems like a boat, and we took it. Turns out that the boat we have been using is the one behind us on this actual marina. Which actually, it's a lovely little jetty here. I wish we knew, because this is way easier than clambering through the rocks and like slippery steps.
We saw the crappiest jetty and boat and thought,
That's
yeah,
us.
that's us.
I do feel really bad about it. But in retrospect, it's already funny. So I'm guessing by the time this video is out, it'll be even funny.
It's much rainier, colder, and drearier than we were expecting, so might just be driving around today.
I'm really grateful we got to actually use the boat and make it work. At least now we know that we can actually do it if we have to. Although we haven't really used our own boat yet.
And because we know you loved the last one, It's time for another edition of Ruddy's quasi-useful travel information that nobody asked for.
Ruddy's quasi-useful information. No theme song yet. So we're just at Askevogen now, which apparently means Ash Cove in Norwegian. The reason for which is that this area used to be very famous for its kelp burning. Apparently they used to collect the kelp from the sea, lay out on the fields to dry, and then burn it in stoves to get the ashes, hence the name. And those ashes were originally used to create sodium carbonate, I think, which was used in glass making and something else. And kelp mixed with seaweed was also used.
After being yelled at over the boat and figuring out all things boat related, we saw the area a bit today. It's a nice little area. I suspect it would be better when the sun is shining. Now we're heading back to the cabin, gonna make some dinner and spend our last night here.
So back at the cabin, and how awesome are these things? I don't know if you've seen them before. They're matches attached to a fire starter, so making them ideal for lighting the fire in the fireplace. You just light the thing, chuck the whole thing into the fireplace, and then the bottom of it is an actual fire starter that you can use to start the fire, obviously.
We're currently leaving our little private island, which was delightful the last 2 days, and this morning has turned kind of hellish. It's super strong winds, rain, and just generally unpleasant conditions. And Ruddy is sitting in the car there. It's gonna be a good day. Although he probably doesn't realize it right now, I think he will come to remember the island super fondly. It definitely hasn't ruined anything. Okay, so today is super exciting. We are going to...
So my ear is itchy. Boating in this weather.
It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, Nancy assures me it's gonna be fine. And therefore if we drown, I can use a swim.
Just going to check out a few things close by to our island.
So good night.